So I'm back. I'm gonna take a drink of water and collect my thoughts and continue on with my family. He found out that the Miller, my grandmother was a Miller, and that was her last name. And her like great grandmother came over on the Applegate water at the Applegate wagon train and settled in Yoncalla, Oregon. And she used to kind of jokingly say that the Miller women married the Applegate men. Like you're coming across the prairie, your spouse dies, their spouse dies, you hook up and just keep on trucking west. I mean, God, would it. Anyway, so they ended up in Yoncalla, and it was part of the Oklahoma land deal, and it was 168 acres, and you get these plots, and Thornton drove us around. And we showed us one plot which was kind of close to town, and beautiful. It's private. Somebody else owns it. We can't go on it, which great. And then we drive up the hill, and there's this other 168-acre plot, and it has no water. So you got to haul water up with mules. That's how they got up water up there. Like, I can just picture, my ancestor going to his wife, going, "Come on, babe, come on. It's gonna be streets of gold. We're gonna be rich. It's gonna be great. You're gonna love it." And you get this plot of land that has no water. Like, thanks a lot, babe. Anyway, that's how my family ended up in Yoncalla, and I could just picture me doing that 168 acres, going, "Hey, babe, it's gonna be great. You'll love it. You won't have to work as hard." Interesting, my family and naming their offspring. My dad's name is John Leslie Gale, and they named my sister Leslie, and so that means that I can't be a junior because my middle name would be my sister's first name, and that. So I became John Stephen Gale with the PH. I don't know where that came up from. If Thornton never could tell me that, I would love to know. If anybody, Marty might know. And then I had my first son, and he's John Tyler. We named him after Misty's brother. And my God, I don't know. But my grandpa, he had three boys, and named the first one Dick, the second one John, and named Thornton. His actual name is Llewellyn Thornton Gale. And I'll post a video I took of I went up to Lakeview. I always wanted to go up to Lakeview and find my grandpa's grave. I cleaned it up. There was nothing. I mean, there was dirt all around it. There was just no grass or anything. All the dead leaves and all that stuff that's been piling on there. And my uncle Thornton is a third son junior. I've never in my life seen that since. George Foreman named on all his kids, daughters and sons, George Foreman. That's, come on, man, just stroking your ego. My uncle Thornton, I could fault him for not stepping up as a godfather, a godparent. That, I never, maybe I would have gotten a little protection from my mom from that, but, then again, my dad, 7 years old, and we're moving from Seattle to Houston, and, come visit us, go to New York City. I remember Thornton and Marty came to visit us. I think Peter and Amy were 4 years old, 3 years old, 4, and we're in the fort at Mystic, Connecticut, and you go through these long tunnels to get through, and I mean, there are people pissed in there, it's urine, it just is like, and the echoes and stuff, and Peter and Amy were kind of scared to go through there, and Marty, I remember just grabbing their hands going, "Okay, let's scare them," and she just started screaming, just and they're screaming, and they're running through there. I look over and I see my dad and my Uncle Thornton. They're walking away from us, or just whatever, and I'm looking, and you could have switched him around. It was their every move was exactly the same. It was really interesting to see that. I wish I wish I had been closer with my Uncle Thornton and my Aunt Marty. You know, I always, you know, looked up to them. I always, you know, was happy to see them. I was always, you know. Anyway, I just, that first one, you know, was going long, and I wanted to just kind of get my thoughts and, you know, end this. And I'm still looking at the Hood Canal Bridge. This is beautiful. Some guy's off fishing. I think he's fishing. I don't believe he's catching. I haven't seen him reel anything. He's been over there for about 10 minutes. Anyway, God bless you all. Keep you. Know you're in my thoughts. Even, you know, just might be coming across your name on Facebook or something, you know. That was my Uncle Thorny. That's what we called him, Uncle Thorny.